From the videos that I've seen, it looks like a snowball fight. I think that there were two officers who were facing lacerations on their face.
Call for prosecution of those who pelted them?
Look, I've seen the videos of this snowball fight. I think that it was a snowball fight.
The NYPD says no arrests have been made, but the investigation remains ongoing. Elections have consequences, Sandra.
So not only is Zohran Mamdani just flat out denying that New York police officers, including women, were attacked and ambushed, he's minimizing it. He's treating it as if it's some sort of trivial situation. Oh, it's just a snowball fight. I don't know about you, but where I come from, a snowball fight is usually two people, two teams going back and forth, or sometimes it's a free-for-all. But everyone is a willing participant in a snowball fight. Take a look at this. Does this look like the NYPD officers are willingly participating in what's going on?
How you accomplish mission? You good? You okay? Let's do it.
Absolutely ridiculous, and the clip you're about to see here in a few moments is a lot worse than that. It's very clear that these officers were attacked. Now, I don't know whether this was premeditated or not, but at the end of the day, Zohran Mamdani is the mayor. He is the leader of the city. He should be setting the tone, and he should be standing by the officers, the men and women in blue, who are keeping the city safe. If he doesn't stand behind them, then they're going to get demoralized, they're going to leave the force, and he's only going to inspire more lawlessness like this. Now, you may be wondering how in the world this even happened. There are two different stories here. According to a local ABC News affiliate, several NYPD officers were hit with snowballs and injured after responding to Washington Square Park in Manhattan on Monday. Police say officers responded to the park around 4 p.m. for a report of multiple individuals on top of a roof inside the park. They say the officers were then hit with snowballs, which caused the injuries to the officers. Now, the New York Times has a bit of a little different spin on this story. They say the event was billed as a massive snowball fight in a beloved New York City park, a moment of unrestrained revelry as the first blizzard in a decade bore down on the city. And they talk about how this was supposed to be a massive snowball fight, but this very last paragraph here, what began as a lighthearted frolic in one of the city's most popular parks, soon turned chaotic when several police officers called to control the crowd walked in and were pelted with snowballs. So maybe they were trying to control the crowd in terms of just, getting people off of that roof. It's city property and they are liable if someone gets hurt. But it doesn't sound like, from any account, that the NYPD was trying to shut down a snowball fight or was trying to prevent people from having fun and just enjoying the snow day. But they were still attacked, and the sad part is that multiple individuals joined in. It would be one thing, maybe it's just one random heckler. You would expect that in any crowd, right? There's always going to be that one idiot somewhere. Don't be that guy. But here, it turned into mob mentality so bad that the police were actually chased out of the park. This clip just really gets me going here. Yeah. So in Mamdani's New York, the police are forced to retreat, they get no support from leadership, and the hooligans are allowed to take over. They are so lucky, they being this crazy mob, they're so lucky that the police had the restraint that they did, because any one of them could have lost their temper. They are demonized, they are villainized all the time. All it would have taken was for one of them to snap, fight back, push, pull out pepper spray, a gun. You never know, right? Because there are reports that these snowballs, many of them were actually filled with ice, some of them with rocks, and that's why 2 officers were sent to the hospital, again, for lacerations on the face. So this wasn't just, oh, let's have a fun snowball fight like we're kids. They were clearly attacking the officers, and there were so many people that, maybe the participants thought, hey, I can get away with it because Mamdani is not going to do anything, and there are so many of us, they can't possibly track us all down. I guarantee you, if this had happened to any other group, if snowballs were thrown at them, with the exception of ICE agents, it would be considered a hate crime. Let's just say this same crowd threw snowballs at Muslims walking down the street. Oh, you guys are Islamophobic. Or if they threw snowballs at a gay couple or a lesbian couple. Let's say that it was police officers. They were bored. Hey, let's just have some fun. I'm going to throw a snowball at this kid walking down the street. Oh my gosh, did you see that? Police brutality. The double standards here are so clear. And at the end of the day, all these double standards do are they demoralize the people who are trying to keep you safe, and they prevent good people from joining the force. Because who would want to subject themselves to that sort of treatment, that sort of vilification, and the lack of support from leadership, not to mention just terrible pay. So kudos to the NYPD commissioner speaking out against what Mamdani is doing. The NYPD is aware of certain videos taken earlier today in Washington Square Park showing individuals attacking cops. This is from Jessica S. Tisch. I want to be very clear, the behavior depicted is disgraceful and it is criminal. Our detectives are investigating this manner, but unfortunately, like Zohran Mamdani said, he doesn't want to investigate anyone, and as of the making of this video, no one has been arrested yet. It's not just the commissioner. Also, we have this from the Police Benevolent Association basically saying it's outrageous and unacceptable, and saying that the individuals responsible for the attack for assaulting police officers should be held accountable, and they should face the consequences of their actions. Keep in mind the environment in which this is happening. Because just late last week, Mamdani revealed his new budget. The city is going to be in the red, and he wants to raise taxes on the middle class. But it actually goes back to the previous administration. Under Eric Adams, he had come up with a plan to hire 5,000 new NYPD officers. Well, Zohran, in his new budget, wanted to cancel that plan, and he's attempting to cancel that plan. So not only will the department not hire 5,000 new officers, the budget's going to be the same, and I guarantee you it's going to start shrinking, because who in the world is going to want to join the force after seeing that, after knowing how police officers have been treated? And how is Mamdani going to maintain the size of the force when the current officers are burnt out and demoralized? Just take a look at this. This is coming from the rank and file.
All right, good evening. I'm Sweeney. I'm coming live from Tribeca, a bit of an unorthodox late night video for me, but let's sit back and try to stop the blood from boiling through my skin as we watch this video together. All right, let me start off the threshold by saying this. I consider myself extremely fortunate to have done the travel that I have done. I have visited countless countries. I've spent time in countless magnificent cities. I have been lucky to meet the spectrum of humanity across every racial, ethnic, and traditional background. But even I have a hard time telling whether or not someone is a good person right off the cuff when I first meet them. But if I've ever seen a litmus test before, it's whether or not you can watch a video like that and think that the people who are throwing those balls of ice at NYPD, women included among them, are not scumbags, okay? The starting salary for NYPD is something like $60,000 a year. And for what? To be demonized, to be denigrated, to be spit on in the subways, to be treated like that by the same people who, when they get home, if they had an issue that needed the police, would call those same police that they just hocked a loogie on and wait for them to arrive to save them 10 minutes later. And this video has already gone mega viral, and everyone on the internet, these leftists, are coming out of the woodwork, celebrating and laughing at this. And the number one person with a big enough platform and big enough influence in the city of New York to come out and call this shit out for what it is Mayor Zohran Mamdani. And this guy is more quiet than a fucking field mouse. Shame on you, Zohran. Stick up for your police officers and call these scumbags out for what they are.
You could definitely feel the anger coming through the screen, and it is righteous anger. And I guarantee you, if Mamdani, and we all know what he's going to do, he's not going to do anything. But if Mamdani continues down this track, the police force is going to be just decimated. People are going to leave in droves, and when they leave, it's going to be very hard to replace them. And guess what? If they do get replaced, it's not going to be with good cops. It's not going to be with good guys who just want to keep the city safe. Because like I said earlier, who in the world, who in their right mind would want to join the police force under Zohran's leadership? They know they're going to be attacked from all sides without any defense. Heck, I'm surprised Zohran wasn't there himself to throw snowballs at them. And just remember, it hasn't even been 2 full months yet. Zohran was inaugurated on January 5. We are still very early in his term, and we have seen New York just go down the sink, go down the toilet. It's still swirling the drain. It just keeps getting worse. And right when I think something worse can't happen, hey, New York keeps one-upping itself. Well, that brings me to the next point. By now, you've probably heard about Zohran's ridiculous hypocrisy when it comes to the shoveling program, right? So in case you haven't heard, he's basically hiring emergency shovelers in the city, but you have to show 2 forms of identification as well as your social security card in order to shovel snow and get paid by the city. That, of course, is hypocritical because Zohran and the Democrat Party, well, they don't want any voter ID. Yeah, no ID to vote in elections, but we need you to show your ID to shovel snow. Well, people in the city are now taking advantage of this program. They're basically showing up, getting their shovels, and because there's no supervision, they're going home to get paid. This is a trend going viral on TikTok. Just take a look at one of the videos.
And guess what? You go there, they give you a shovel, okay? And there's no supervision, and you're getting paid an hour. You know, they're taking the money out of the emergency. So this is out of the emergency fund. Okay. And he's paying all those people who live here in New York who wants to go shovel without supervision. So I took the shovel, put it at home, and getting paid $28, $29 an hour. You know? Why not use the idiot? He's f***ing us, so let's f*** him over. Allegedly here, for entertainment purposes only. I have to say that. So, New York, thank you. We don't care. You chose Mamdani, and we'll take the money back to our pockets.
They're not even trying to hide it. That is the kind of culture, that is the kind of environment that Mamdani is creating in New York City, and unfortunately for them, it's only going to get a lot worse. And I mean a lot worse. Mamdani just made, I mean literally right before I sat down to make this video, he made a major announcement with AOC. But before I get to that, I would like to acknowledge the members of today's Governor's Club. They are Blake, Patsy. Thank you so much, Blake. That was very generous of you. And Bunnyette, Ralph. These are people who give tips and super thanks to the channel. I'm glad that you're here and I'm glad that you enjoy. Well, they are now offering this free childcare program. And guess what? It's open. It's for illegal immigrants and their children. Take a look at this.
Hola.
Mi español no es el mejor.
No te preocupes, alcalde. Si su hijo o hija está cumpliendo 3 o 4 años en el 2026, usted puede registrarlos gratis en el programa Kinder 3 o Pre-Kinder de la ciudad de Nueva York. Pero debe registrarse el 27 de febrero, que es la fecha límite. Cualquier padre de la familia de la ciudad de Nueva York, sin importar su ocupación, ingreso o estatus migratorio, es elegible para registrar a sus hijos.
And the sad part is, Zohran Mamdani and the Democrats still have no idea why they don't have the money for their insane budget in New York City. This is why he's admitting he needs to raise the taxes on the middle class. This is why he's admitting he needs to raid the retirement funds of our senior citizens. What a shame. Unfortunately, yes, elections really do have consequences. As always, though, all of that is just my analysis and commentary. That's what's happening in the world of politics from my point of view, and I would love to hear from you. So what do you think about that guy openly admitting to basically ripping off taxpayers in New York City by getting a shovel and not working and just collecting his paycheck? Do you think, hey, good for you for sticking it to Mamdani? Or do you think, hey, dude, you are part of the problem. What in the world are you doing? Yeah, let me know your thoughts on that down in the comments below. I'd love to hear everyone's opinions and point of view on that. If you haven't already, please be sure to leave me a thumbs up. I know it's a simple thing to ask for, but it really does help me reach more viewers like you in the algorithm. Be sure to smash that subscribe button and to check out one of these videos.